What's happening? What's happening?
What's up?
All right. Just to let you know, excited about this. Keegan's going to start tomorrow, so we'll put that out there, and you can tell the Grizzlies that, whoever else you want to tell.
What was the biggest factor?
I'm just ready for this.
How much does that change your bench unit?
Not much. I mean, a lot of the same guys going to play. Because really, if you think about it, Keegan was starting before. He just didn't really start at the tip. But he came in at the 4-minute mark. So to me, it's all the same.
Does that mean in any way he exceeded expectations that you may have had at any point?
No, he was a good player. Once I was around in the summertime, I knew he was a good player.
How much is these 2 days? What's kind of the point of emphasis you're really hammering down on?
I tell you what, our transition defense hasn't been good. And so we did a transition drill yesterday. We did another transition drill today. The last week we've been in some close ball games and didn't execute down the stretch. And so today we worked on a couple of 2-minute games so the guys could feel a little pressure, being down 3 or being down 1 possession, with the other team having the ball. So those 2 things are the biggest thing, and then obviously we'll continue emphasizing showing your hands, leading with your chest, so we're not sending guys to the free throw line and all the little things that have been hurting us. But I give our guys credit. Like I said, everybody's positive, they're upbeat, they come with a lot of energy and focus, and I feel these last 2 days we've gotten a little better.
Mike, what is it that you're expecting from Keegan in that starting group? What do you want from him? The same thing?
Yeah, same thing. It doesn't, to me, whether you, for me, especially with the teams that I've been a part of, it's more about who's on the floor at the end of the game or at the end of the court. At the end of the first half. Those guys are usually the guys that you're expecting to take you home in that particular game. So. Whether you start, whether you come in after 3 minutes, whether you come in after 6 minutes, it's all the same. You got to play hard, do your job, whatever your job is.
How does Coach Brown? Do you think
he's already a 36-minute a game or a 35-minute a game guy?
How did he react to the news that he was going to be starting?
I didn't. He knew it. Remember, I started him in the second half against Phoenix, and so he knew then. It's the same thing. It's like I told him, hey, Keegan, you got a flat tire, okay? Keegan, you're starting. Okay. Keegan, you had a hell of a game. Okay. So it's all the same.
How does it
Coach,
if
if you think about it, KZ started, and the reason why he started was to guard a guy like Dame. And not that he's a Dame stopper, but if you think about what the job that he did trying to help slow Dame down, and then what Dame did the next 3 games he played, you can see how KZ may have value in this business. So we got to keep trying to find a way to develop KZ. And I love KZ as a person. I love him as a player, and he'll continue to develop and help us one day at a pretty high level. He's just got to. No, you're good. You're good. No, you're good. But he just got to stay ready, like everybody else.
Do you think it was beneficial for Keegan, those first 2 games that he played, to come off the bench to see see how the game was moving around, and then he can come in and do his damage?
Again, if he was sitting the first 8 to 10 minutes, maybe he sat the first 3 to 4 minutes. So this is just me personally. I don't think it was much beneficial. He's basically a starter as it is, So I don't look at it as much different.
Was there a process for him earning that level of trust with you as a coach, and was there a point in the process that?
Yeah, so it wasn't about Keegan for me. Again, I would tell you guys, it's not. I don't care who starts the game, right? It's who finishes the first half and who finishes the game. So for me, starting is a non-issue. I know for a lot of people it is a big issue, but for me it's not. It's who finishes the first half and who finishes the game, and what does your minutes distribution look like? And if your minutes are high and you're there at the end of the first half and you're there at the end of the game, then great. Because whether Keegan starts or not, if Keegan starts and we're up 20-5 in the first 4 minutes, I'm gonna ask all you guys been around, does that mean we're gonna win the game? No. Okay, if Keegan comes off the bench after the first 4 minutes and we're down 10-3, does that mean we're gonna lose the game? No. So again, it apples, orange apples, you want to call it apples and apples? No, red apples and green apples. It might be better. It's all the same to me, you know. But what it does is, my whole thought process again, it's not about Keegan. It's about starting a guy with some length in KZ that can start off guarding Lillard, that can start off guarding Devin Booker, that can start off guarding this guy. That's your job, right? Try to make it tough on him the first 4 minutes. And now you could bring the rest of the guys in. Maybe they might have missed their first 2 shots because they got some length on them. Now you bring somebody else in, and now they get a different look defensively. For me, that's what it was about. That's it.
What do you think about Keegan's defense so far?
What's that?
What do you think about Keegan's defense so far?
For a young fella, it's been good. I said this before. In the summer league, first of all, I thought he was a 4 when we first got him. And then I said, okay, well, he's a 3-4. And then after being around in the summer league, I said he's a 2-3-4. And now he could guard probably multiple positions, but he's still young. He does not know the league. He doesn't know the pace of the league and all that. So it's going to be a learning curve for him, which is I'm 100% okay with. But for a young guy, it's pretty good.
How much, with the fact that you guys, that starting unit, you really haven't got much production out of your 2 forwards from the 3, how much does having Keegan inserted in that line maybe can open the spacing up for others?
We'll see. I think we've done enough offensively to win a ball game. And I'm not concerned. I know there's been a couple of games where the first 3 minutes we might be down 10-2 or whatever. I'm not panicking. So I don't really care what production we get in the first 4 minutes as long as we're trying to play hard. You know, so we have to do a better job defensively. We've done enough offensively to win all of our games. It's in my opinion. It's as simple as that. And the first 4 minutes of any game has not impacted what we've done the rest of the game. And so we have to we're 30th in the NBA in transition defense. So I hope that you guys print this because our guys need to see this and everybody else. We got to be better in transition. We got a guy coming in here tomorrow who's one of the best in the league. And if we're going to be 30th tomorrow against these guys, we can score 115 points. Keegan can have 30. AP can have 20. And we're going to get beat. Trust me. So we have to understand what winning priorities are. And it's not just necessarily about the first 5 guys that are starting the game out there, or that Keegan gets 30 and HB gets 25. It's about, can we get a stop, especially in transition right now when we're struggling. All right? Can we keep the ball out of the middle of the floor where they're causing havoc by being able to one pass this way, one pass that way? You know, can we figure out how to get a 50-50 ball when it's bouncing in front of us and the other team gets it and now they kick it for a 3 or they score a big bucket when it's winning time? To me as a coach, those are the things that I'm looking at.
Well, Mike, you talked about Harrison a lot yesterday. This is a guy with 750 games in his career. Are the concerns about his start to the season valid in your mind, or the things you're concerned about? How important is it to get him back to maybe the level he's been at the last couple of years to team success?
Like I said, if he was he's impacted the game in other ways. You know, I'm pulling him out. I'm starting him, playing him 3-4 minutes, pulling him out, putting him back in, sometimes going back. So that's something that he's got to get used to first. I have to get used to him, and then he also has to get used to the system that we're running too, because he's used to having the ball in his hands a little bit more in certain spots. Right? We're doing a motion, equal opportunity offense, and we're slowly integrating stuff where we can be specific to certain guys within what we're trying to do offensively. So it's going to take some time. You know, he's rebounding really well. He's been a great leader, been a great teammate. And as he gets more comfortable with what his role is, starting with me defining his role more clearly, you all will see a Harrison that's going to be impactful for us.
Is that any unique challenges that you face that you haven't yet?
No. I mean, the thing that makes them unique is their transition game offensively. Ja is, man, he's special. You know, he's to me, he's like Foxy when it comes to end-to-end speed with the basketball, and he can finish. You know, not only can he finish, but he can help his teammates get easy looks. And then they have one of the best shooters in the game when you talk about Desmond Bain. And so you have to be able to find him. And now, if there's a third thing that comes into play, is they're just so long and so athletic. And with that length and that athleticism, the way they play, Coach Taylor Jenkins done a fantastic job with their team. They're able to put a lot of pressure on you on both ends of the floor, especially when it comes to transition offense for them. And then when it comes to scrambling around, junking up the game, trapping, getting steals, and getting out, making you pay for your turnovers. So, again, we have to be on point in those areas, starting with transition B if we expect to get a win.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you very much.